Hello guys, welcome to my channel Code with Patrix. So guys, in today's video, we are going to create a small game in Python for guessing a number. I hope you will like this video. So let's see the preview of this game. So here is this code I have written for this game for guessing a number. So when I run this program, we will get a multiple chances to guess a number. Suppose you can see here in the variable here, I have stored 57 here. You can see here. So we are guessing the number. As a user will not able to see the stored number. User will only get this option to guess the number. We have to enter a number simply. Suppose I am entering 34. If I am, so you can see here what it is telling you guessed too low, enter a higher value. We entered a very low number. Actually, we have stored 57 in our variable. We are doing comparison with this. So if I am entering suppose the 23, so you can see here you entered too low. Suppose I am entering 60, it will print that we have entered too high a number. So you can see here, if I suppose I am entering that 57, so it will stop. It is telling that you guess the right number. So it is similar like a small game which we have created using our Python for loop and if else conditions in Python. So let's see how to create this game. So for that I am going to create a new file to give my file name as suppose guess the number. So I am entering into it. So we are going to write a code for it. For that we are going to understand some basic concept before creating our game in Python. So let's start it. So guys, I'm going to explain you first this while loop. While loop is nothing but it repeats a certain block of code until it achieve the required condition. We can say it. I have explained you for loop. For while loop also similar to the for loop, but we have to iterate it every time. Suppose I am storing a number in this num variable. Suppose I am storing 1. Suppose I am running a loop for printing a number. I am doing a comparison that num is less than or equal to. This loop will run until suppose 10. So I am entering into this while loop. I am telling them to print suppose num, and I will tell them to num equal to num plus 1. So let run this code and let's see what happened, whether it is printing a number or not. So in the output you can see here it is printed as the number from 1 to 10. So let's understand how it is printing. So guys, initially I have created a variable named as num. Inside it, I have storing a number 1. Okay, the a number starting from 1. Okay, so I am giving a condition here that it is a while loop. For defining a while loop, I have used a while keyword, and I am doing a comparison that num is lesser than this num is less. This loop should run until it equals to this 10. Okay, what I'm telling, this num should print until it becomes equal to 10, and I'm telling them to print the num. And in the while loop, we have to specify this condition that num equal to num plus 1. Let's see what it actually does. Every time this initial value is 1, so this 1 will come here. It will check whether it is equal to 10. Yes, it is not equal to 10. It is less than, but it is not equal to 10. So it will go here and it will print num. And what it is telling here that num equals to num plus 1. Initial value it will print 1, and the second time when it comes here it will check 1 is less than or equal to 10. It is not less than, it is less than, but it is not equal to 10. So it will go here in the print statement, and further it will, what it will do here, the initial was 1, so here it will become 1 plus 1 will 2. So like that it will go on. So here, so it has printed 2, and after the second time when it will come here, so the value will become 2 in the num variable, and again it will check whether it is less than or equal to 10. No, it is less than, it is not equal to 10. Then it will go here, it will print the num after 2 The second time the number have become 2, so it will do 2 plus 1, it will become 3. So you can see here like that it will go on until it reaches equal to 10. So like that this block of code execute. We use loop to achieve a condition until it gets true. So I hope you understand this how to use this while loop. And another condition we are going to see it as there is a one condition called true. This is called as a boolean expression. When we use this, it will run a loop for an infinite time. Infinite time means it will not, and it will start a loop, and that loop will never ends. We have to specify the condition when it wants to end the loop. For that, suppose I am telling them to print suppose hello. So now here we do not have to specify the increment condition here, which we are doing that num equal to num plus 1. We have to run this code. When I am running this code, you can see here it will print this hello multiple times. You can see here it has started printing hello multiple times. This loop will never stop. We have to specify a condition for stopping this loop. Okay. So you can see here it is printing this hello multiple times. It is going on, going on. It is not stopping the loop. So using these all things we are going to. So let's stop this loop. So I'll stop this loop. Okay. So after stopping this loop, using these all concept we are going to create our that guessing a number, that game we are going to create. So let's get started. So let's give it write a comment, or let's print here has suppose print welcome to guess the number. Okay, so we are going to start our game now, building our game. Suppose I'm creating a variable that suppose I'm naming it as guess. Suppose equals to I'm storing a number has suppose 50 I'm storing inside this variable. So using this guess variable, we are writing our further code. So I'm going to use my while loop, and we have seen that true boolean expression. Inside it we are going to specify how our code should run, how to take input from the user. That are things we are going to do inside this while block. So I'm going to take a input from the user. So in this user block, user will enter a number, and I am going to take input from the user in the data type integer. So in the last video, I explained what happened if we do not specify the int data type. Then when we are using this input function, the whatever value user sends, it will become a string format. But when we are using this integer keyword, this input, that string becomes int data type. So I hope you understand it. So let tell them to guess the number. So user will guess a number, that user will get a chance to enter a number inside it. And now we are going to apply our condition. Suppose if user entering a number, if it became greater than the guess value, in the guess only we have stored our number which we want to get. Okay, if user entering a number greater than this 50, then what we want to tell them, we want to tell them that while using this print statement, we will tell them to that guess the smaller number, smaller ones we are going to tell them. So let's correct our spelling here. So further we are going to give another condition. Suppose elif, for checking a multiple condition we use this elif keyword, and here we are going to give our another condition that if user enters a less number which actually stored in the guess, if suppose user guess the smaller number, okay, if enter the smaller number, what we want to tell them that print, suppose let's tell them as print enter the higher number, we are going to tell them. And for in the last condition, if user if user enter the number which we actually store in the guess, for that If user enter the number that is equal to guess, then what we want to tell them? We want to tell them as print you won the game. Okay. And we want to tell them as print. We want to tell them as you guess the right number. So let's correct the spelling. Written a condition here that if user enters the number which we actually stored inside this guess variable, if user number and this guess number, if they get matched, then what we want to tell them that, okay, you won the game, you guess the right one. Okay. So let's see we are getting our required output or not. So let's run this program. So you can see here it is actually started our code from here. It has printed that welcome to guess the number. It is telling us to guess a number. Suppose I am entering 45. It will tell that enter a higher number. Suppose I am entering suppose 46. So again it is telling me to enter a higher number. Suppose I am storing 50. So it is telling that you won the game. You guess the right number. So you can see here. Okay, but in the further it is allowing me to guess the number. But okay, I can guess a number again, but I do not want to guess the number again if once I have guessed the number right. Okay, once I have guessed the number properly, but here only I wanted to stop my program. I do not allow to, if I guess the number properly, then the game should stop there. It do not allow us to guess the number further again. So for that, let's see what we want to do. So for that, if okay, here I have told you while using this true condition, this when we use this true condition, it will run our program infinite time. We will as a programmer, we have to specify the condition when it want to stop. So our condition is when we want to stop, you if user guess the number properly, if that number is equal to guess, then what we want to do then? I want to tell them that stop the loop. So I will use this break keyword. When you use, well, let's see what happened when we using this break keyword. If we use this break keyword, it will stop this program when we are achieving this condition that if user enters the proper number, if he gets the right number, then this program will stop here only. So let's run it and see whether it's now running properly. So suppose I'm storing 34, I'm storing 78. It is telling me you enter a smaller one. I guess the smaller one. I want to enter a small number. Suppose I'm telling 67. So I want to enter again a small number. Suppose I'm entering 50. So you can see here our program has executed how we wanted.